Hey guys, hit that like and subscribe and smash the bell notification. So here I am unboxing the Bicymple Penny Farthing, getting it put together. Everything appeared to be packaged very well. It was protected well, so it arrived in good shape as UPS dropped it off at the house. As I unboxed it, I realized there was no instructions that came with it. But despite not having any instructions, it was pretty simple and straightforward. If you've ever worked on bicycles before, or put them together. It was actually pretty easy. There's no chain or derailleur to mess with either, um, or shifters, so it makes it even simpler. As I was putting it together, no real issues, and it went together without much trouble. I did end up with one mystery leftover part. Have no real idea what it is. Hopefully, I don't need it later. Haven't needed it yet, so we'll see. For the tires, the rear tire said between 30 and 50 psi, so I inflated it to 40. And the front tire said exactly 32 psi, very specific. So I pumped it up to 32 psi. First short ride in the driveway, just a function check to make sure everything worked. It's very unnerving. It feels nothing like a normal bicycle, so that's going to take some getting used to. But with function tests complete, let's see what this penny farthing can really do. Let's see how we do on some single track. The brakes actually feel pretty good. That's about the only thing that feels good on this. You can't really get on the pedals, so you're on the seat and along for the ride. My shoes are ready to come off every time I turn. No gearing too, a single speed doesn't help you on the hills. By having no gears, that's a challenge. Oh man. Oh. And the slow. I think this is probably the worst bike ever for a single track. But in all fairness, it was invented before mountain biking was a thing, and even regular biking was really a thing. It's hard because you're trying to pedal forward and get traction at the same time. If you're turning, pulling your feet off the pedals. Oh. No hill climbing ability to speak of. This single speed with one gear and the slow speeds, it kind of kills your tight maneuverability, because the tight maneuverability, you're moving your bars back and forth and you can't keep good momentum with the pedals, especially with no gears. Hey guys, if you stuck with us this long, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe and smash the bell notification. It helps the algorithm and helps ensure we can keep bringing you guys great content. All right guys, didn't do too great on single track. Let's see how we do at the bike park here. So far seems to mostly be at home on flat ground. Let's see. Oh man, this is terrifying. I don't know about that. Yeah, it just don't feel right. Don't feel right at all. Big wheel up front. Little wheel down. Oh. Yeah, you don't even really feel like you can come up over the edge. I would say this is pretty terrifying here at the bike park as well. Oh, there we go. You can't really get your wheel up. Oh. Well, we'll say these Tektro brakes on here work really well. The only thing on here that gives me some confidence, that one steeper side, I felt like I was gonna do a header the first time I went down that, which the header is the famous penny farthing wipeout where you just go over the handlebars, which is the most common way to crash on these things, just because you sit up so high and you forward. You can't really get your weight back, not very well anyways, not in a way you can pedal effectively, because you got to pedal on these front wheels. There we go. I'm gonna warm up. Alright, for the penny farthing at the bike park, I would say take it to the bike park if you dare, but it's very unsettling, and it feels like the only way this is going to end, if I keep at it long enough, is in the hospital, in the emergency room. So, stick it out on the trail here, where it's clearly much more in its element. Going through light off-roading grass like this is okay. Single track is not what it's made for. They have the gearing for it. So let's see. On a path like this, down by the river, not bad at all. This bike's definitely a head turner, crowd pleaser, if you want to call it a bike or a high wheel. If you like to call it, just remember you don't really have any gearing, so if you're doing anything that's not completely flat, it's going to be a challenge. I have to say the single track was probably scarier than the bike park. Granted, I didn't do any big jumps, but like just getting over a log, extremely difficult. Trying to do any crossing at low speeds, very wobbly. Alright, speed bumps, here we go. Oh, it's a little dicey. Oh. I'll say these Tektro hydraulic brakes are great on here. Definitely give me a lot of confidence than I otherwise would have. They're better than some of the brakes I've had on regular bikes, which really puts it in perspective. It's hard to believe that the original penny farthings, people would ride these things with higher wheel than this. Bigger, much bigger wheel than 36. They needed a peg to like climb up on it, and they would ride this thing around with no brakes. Sounds kind of insane. Makes sense why they don't make it anymore. And then if you hear that freewheel up front, the originals also didn't have a freewheel. So your pedals were, your feet were having to move as fast as however you're rolling around. So definitely a great improvement on the old design, but still nowhere near as practical as a regular bicycle. Or in the 1890s, as they would call it, the modern safety bicycle. But it's fun to mess around with, huh? Definitely draws attention. You're not blending in with the crowd riding this thing. I'm not sure I've got the seat height adjusted correctly. I've got it pretty much all the way down, just because it's kind of hard to get on here. I'm about 5'9", but occasionally on turns and stuff, my knees will hit that handlebar, so I'm not sure if that's my positioning, if I gotta move the seat higher. The way this is kind of set up with the seat higher, your knees are lower. It's kind of weird, but we'll see. We'll do one more lap. Actually, you never say one more lap. That's bad luck. We'll do another lap. Hey. Unique bike? Yep. It's a Penny Farthing. It's super sketchy on here too. Yeah.